Anna stars Sasha LUSS, Helen Mirren, Luke Evans and Cillian Murphy. Cinematography is by THIERRY ARBOGAST, and music is by ÉRIC SERRA. The movie is written and directed by LUC BESSON, a prolific writer who wrote and directed, amongst many others, Leon, Taken, The Transporter, The Fifth Element, Lucy, La Femme Nikita, and Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. What's the story? We're in Moscow in 1985, and a collection of 9 American undercover agents get rounded up by the Russian security services. One of the female agents gets brought before the K.G.B chief, Vasiliev, played by Eric Gordon. He asks the agent to deliver a message to the CIA. In the next scene we see what this message is, when 9 boxes are delivered to CIA agent Lenny Miller, played by Cillian Murphy. All the boxes contain severed heads. 5 years later, in 1990, we're back in Moscow. Sammy, played by Jean-Baptiste, is a talent scout for a model agency. Following a tip-off, he goes to a market and finds Anna Polyatova, played by Sasha LUSS, selling Russian dolls. After a brief sales pitch for his agency, Anna agrees to go to Paris. In Paris, Anna is introduced to her booker, Dorothy, played by Alison Wheeler. The good news is that everyone is excited about Anna, and she has work lined up already. Dorothy shows Anna her apartment, and it is a little underwhelming, but at least there are lots of other girls to keep her company. One such girl is a French model called Maud, played by Vera Arbova. From their coy exchange we get the impression that Maud is attracted to Anna. Anna's first modelling job is with an obnoxious photographer called Cascadeur, played by François Girard. As Anna is getting her makeup applied, Dorothy notices that Anna has a slash mark on her wrist, which is obviously from a suicide attempt. Anna just remarks that she was young and stupid when she got that. While everyone listens to Pump Up the Jam by Technotronic, we see Anna parade in a variety of different outfits and get her photo taken. When Anna returns to her apartment to find various other models fooling around in her bed, Anna leaves them to it and sneaks into Maud's room. She gets into Maud's bed and goes to sleep. Maud doesn't mind at all. Sometime later, at an agency party, Anna is introduced to a Russian businessman called Oleg Filikov, played by Andrew Howard. This is the start of a relationship that lasts 2 months. This relationship ends in a hotel room, but not because Oleg admits to being an arms dealer, it's because Anna shoots him in the head. Oleg never lived long enough to regret saying, "My life for your love." Now we flash back 3 years to 1987. Anna is a junkie and a bit of a mess. She shares an apartment with her awful boyfriend, Piotr or Petya, played by Alexandra Petrov. After some rough sex, Anna fills out an online application to join the Russian Navy. This is her attempt to leave her awful life. In the next scene, Piotr turns up in a flash Mercedes with 2 friends and a girl that is acting suspiciously like another girlfriend of Piotr's. Despite knowing that the car is probably stolen, Anna gets in the car. Not only is the car stolen, the owner has been kidnapped and stuffed in the trunk. Piotr's plan is to take the car owner to Moscow's first ATM machine. The plan is foiled when a police car passes by and Piotr's trigger-happy friend starts shooting. In the resulting car chase, various police cars are smashed and the Mercedes rolls over. Anna and Piotr crawl out of the wreckage and stagger back to their apartment. In the apartment, K.G.B agent Alex Chenkov, played by Luke Evans, is waiting for them. He kills Piotr and he quizzes Anna on her recent application to join the Navy. It seems that Anna's father was in the Navy and Anna herself was a naval cadet until her life fell apart following the death of her parents when aged 17. Anna is also an excellent chess player. Alex can see past Anna's junky appearance and he offers her a job in the K.G.B. Anna considers her options but then says no and slashes her wrist. As she bleeds out, Alex tries to convince Anna to have faith in herself. Eventually Anna covers her wrists and stops the bleeding. We now return to the time just after Oleg's murder. Anna is sitting in an interview room and in walks Lenny Miller to question Anna about her relationship with Oleg. Miller shows Anna security footage of her entering and leaving the hotel. Anna admits to a relationship with Oleg, but she claims that she waited in the bar for Oleg, but he never showed. When Anna asks about the security tapes from inside the hotel, Miller claims that they were erased, and so the killer was a professional. Jumping back again a few more years, Anna has finished her year's training, and Alex presents her to the K.G.B number 2, Olga, played by Helen Mirren, as his star pupil. Unfortunately, Olga is a mean old woman, and she is not impressed. There is a wonderful line that goes, "Like I can give a shit that she can play chess, tell me she can fix my f***ing heater, then I'll care." Anna quotes a passage from The Seagull by Anton Chekhov. This does impress Olga. When Olga asks how Anna knew that this was her favourite play, Anna responds by saying, "I work for the K.G.B, baby." Sometime later, Anna's dropped off outside a restaurant. She is handed a gun and shown a photograph of her target. Her mission is to kill the man, get his phone, and meet Olga and Alex at the back. Anna goes into the restaurant and finds her target, but when she comes to shoot him, her gun isn't even loaded. Anna is therefore forced to resort to hand-to-hand combat. Anna dispatches dozens of opponents with a combination of bullets, knives, plates, cutlery, and anything else she can get her hands on. Anna eventually kills her target with a fork. Note, this fight scene is spectacular. It is easily as good as the best that Jason Bourne or John Wick has to offer. There is some amazing fight choreography going on here. A job well done to everyone involved. By the time Anna completes her mission, Olga and Alex have driven away because she is 1 minute late. Anna has to make her own way back to K.G.B headquarters. However, if Anna was expecting an apology from Olga, she doesn't get it. Instead, Olga tells of her own training story of getting her leg caught in a wolf trap in Siberia. Anna sucks it up and promises not to let Olga down again. Anna moves into her new apartment, but it doesn't seem like much of an improvement from her last apartment. Alex calls Anna to see if she is settling in. He invites Anna to dinner, and she wants to go, but Olga has given her a ton of research to do instead. There is obviously an existing relationship between Anna and Alex, which is why he always vouches for her. Following on in this timeline for a while, we meet Sammy, the model scout again. Sitting in his hotel bar, he gets a tip-off that there are lots of pretty girls in the market. The next day, we follow Sammy into the market. We have seen this all before, but we now get the behind-the-scenes perspective. Essentially, it is a stakeout. Various Russian agents corral Sammy towards Anna. Their meeting was not an accident. We then get a behind-the-scenes perspective of Anna arriving at the model agency in Paris. Anna's every move is being watched by Russian agents reporting to Olga. In a phone call to Olga, Anna is shocked to learn that Olga knows that she is sleeping with Maud. "I work for the K.G.B, baby," is Olga's reply. Again, we see a behind-the-scenes perspective of Anna meeting Oleg and Anna killing Oleg. But then we see something we didn't see before. We see what Anna did after she killed Oleg. First she kills his bodyguard, and then she passes by another girl made to look like her, who leaves the hotel by the front entrance. Anna, meanwhile, changes clothes and puts on a black wig. She goes downstairs to the security centre and kills 2 men. She then removes the hotel security tapes and leaves by the back door. A week after Anna gets interrogated by Miller, Anna returns to Russia. Back in her apartment, she and Alex have sex. While still in Russia, Olga takes Anna to see Vasiliev. After eliminating 27 targets in 2 years, Anna makes the mistake of asking what happens to her when her 5 years of service is up. To answer her, Vasiliev pulls a gun on Anna and says that no one ever leaves the K.G.B. The tension in the room is finally broken when Vasiliev puts away the gun and asks Anna for a game of chess sometime. Anna returns to Paris and moves into a much nicer apartment with Maud. Maud is ecstatic, but Anna seems depressed. In a call she makes to Alex later, Anna asks for his support if she ever finds a way to get out of the K.G.B. Alex makes no promises other than to do his best. In Milan, Anna and 2 other models attend a photo shoot with an eccentric British photographer called NATO, played by Éric Lampart. However, when NATO makes her over an hour late for a mission, Anna grabs a camera and beats NATO into submission with it. When Anna finally meets with Olga, she is briefed on her mission. Anna must kill a German diplomat called Frederick, played by Jan Oliver Schroeder, steal his phone, steal his attaché case and his fingerprint. Anna arrives at Frederick's room dressed in a black wig and sexy underwear. As usual, she disappears into the bathroom to get the gun that has been left for her. Anna then returns and shoots Frederick and his bodyguard. However, when Anna later delivers the attaché case to Olga, it is pointed out that Anna has lost her watch, and she also forgot to bring back Frederick's index finger. So, Anna goes back for it. By the time Anna returns, she is in tears. Clearly, Anna has reached her breaking point. Olga tells Anna to take a week off in the sun with Maud, and so this is exactly what she does. A week later, Anna returns from her vacation to the Bahamas. Olga immediately throws Anna into a succession of missions. While we listen to Need You Tonight by In Excess, we see Anna kill various targets in various ways, at the same time as continuing to work as a top model. Back in Moscow, Anna and Alex have a quickie inside a closet while at K.G.B headquarters. Alex then escorts Anna to a meeting with Vasiliev. While they play chess, Vasiliev explains that Olga has recommended Anna for a Medal of Honor. Anna declines the medal, puts Vasiliev in checkmate, and then shoots him in the head. Smash cut back to the hotel in Milan, where Anna supposedly shot and killed Frederick. It turns out that the bullets in her gun were blanks, and Anna is arrested by a dozen men from an American SWAT team. This operation has been a sting set up by Miller. Miller gives Anna a choice. She can be killed, go to jail, or work for the CIA. Anna eventually agrees to work for the CIA for 1 year in exchange for a new life in Hawaii. Of course, we then get the extra scene where Anna cuts off Frederick's finger, and is not too happy about it. Miller is also there when Anna takes her vacation with Maud in the Bahamas. While meeting in a closet, Miller quizzes Anna about what type of house she wants in Hawaii. Miller tries to play it cool, but it is clear that he is attracted to Anna. Later that night, Anna sneaks into Miller's room and makes love to him. This love affair continues back in Paris, and Anna waits for Miller in various hotel rooms. But Miller isn't stupid, because he has his own team spying on them the whole time, just to see what Anna does afterward. Eventually Miller has a mission for Anna. He asks her to kill Vasiliev. This is Miller's way of getting revenge for the 9 agents Vasiliev killed back in 1985. We are finally brought up to date when we see Anna shoot Vasiliev. After this, she injects Alex with a sleeping drug and leaves Vasiliev's office. Unfortunately, the drug doesn't work fast enough because Alex manages to trip the silent alarm in Vasiliev's office. Anna is forced to make a break for it. She shoots at any soldier in her path as she races through various rooms and down hallways. Down in the basement, Anna resorts to hand-to-hand combat. She fights off a seemingly endless stream of soldiers as she gets closer and closer to the exit. Miller is waiting for Anna in a car outside, but he has to move on when the general alarm is triggered. Miller doesn't know if Anna made it out or not. Miller and his SWAT team come to visit Maud. Miller demands that Maud contact him immediately if Anna gets in touch. Poor Maud is scared out of her mind. Miller returns to America. He gets a pat on the back from his colleagues for getting rid of Vasiliev, but Miller is sad because there is no news about Anna. But then Miller receives a page from Anna asking him to come to Paris. In a park in Paris, Miller sits at a table beside a cafe kiosk. There is surveillance everywhere and the SWAT team is standing by. But guess who's sitting at the next table? It's Alex. And Alex is not alone either. Olga is watching them both from her own surveillance station in a hotel near the park. When each team becomes aware of who the other person is, they get jittery. But then Anna appears. Anna kisses Alex full on the lips, and she brings him to Miller's table, who she also kisses. Anna gives a speech about Russian dolls. Each one is a woman inside of a woman inside of a woman. She compares this to being a model, a spy for the K.G.B, and a spy for the C.I.A. All Anna wants is her freedom. As security against being killed by either side, she has copies of a hard drive taken from Vasiliev's office, and a copy of a drive that Miller had in his briefcase that she copied during one of their liaisons. She hands the original drives back to both men and leaves. The only one not happy about this agreement is Olga. She storms out of her hotel room and tracks Anna down in the park. Olga shoots Anna dead. These gunshots set everyone off, and all the agents in the park pull out their weapons. The standoff is diffused when the SWAT team pull Miller back out of the park without any shots being fired. But the flashbacks haven't ended yet. We now go back in time to shortly after Miller recruits Anna into the CIA. Olga isn't stupid either. She knew that Anna was caught because she noticed the cuff marks on her wrists when she came out of the Milan hotel room. Anna is now forced to work for Olga, feeding back information she gets from Miller. When Anna tells Olga about Miller's plan to kill Vasiliev, Olga sees this as an opportunity to further her own career. Olga promises Anna her freedom if she does exactly as she says. Following Vasiliev's murder, Anna is picked up in a car by Olga and driven away. Olga killing Anna in the park is also a decoy, and another girl's body is substituted for Anna. The final scene shows us Olga moving into Vasiliev's office at the K.G.B. There is an email waiting for her. It's from Anna. Just to ensure that Olga deletes Anna's file from the database as agreed, Anna tells Olga that she has a recording of Olga planning Vasiliev's murder. Olga calls Anna a bitch and then deletes Anna's file with a smile. Issues. The most obvious issue with this movie is the convoluted timeline. We go backward and forward so many times, I ended up feeling like a ball on a ping pong table. I understand that the director Luc Besson only wanted to reveal information to the audience at specific times, but rewatching scenes we have seen before from another camera angle doesn't really add anything to the movie. Everyone going in to see this movie already knows that Anna is a spy, so there is no need to pretend that she is just a model. It would have been better to start with her as a junkie in Russia, and then we would at least have had more uninterrupted time before we start jumping backwards and forwards. I think the sequence that showed Anna as a junkie and stuck in an orphan relationship with her Russian criminal boyfriend went on far too long. Both scenes could have been condensed. I thought it was a shame that we never got to see any of Anna's K.G.B. training. If we had seen her excel in training, it would have made her amazing combat skills in the restaurant more believable. Speaking of the fights in the restaurant, how come no one flees the restaurant by the back door? There's the mother of all fights going on inside there, and lots of people are killed. I would expect dozens of people to be running out the back door to escape the fight. The fight in the restaurant was amazing, but it would have been nice to have the occasional wide-angle shot, just to give us a break from all the close-up action shots. There was also a missed opportunity to insert a more kick-ass piece of music to accompany the action. Had this been done, this sequence would have been perfect. Surely the CIA would X-ray any large parcels before delivering them to the desk of a high-ranking CIA agent. What if the parcels contained bombs? In every other murder sequence, Anna turns up, kills her target, and leaves. So why does it take Anna so long to kill Oleg? The dialogue suggests that she was dating Oleg for over 2 months, allegedly without even having sex. If the K.G.B wanted Oleg dead, why not just shoot him dead on the street as he passes by, or with a sniper rifle from a nearby rooftop? Why go to the trouble and expense of getting Anna hired and then work as a model for 6 months so that Anna can shoot Oleg in his hotel room? It doesn't seem a very efficient way to kill someone. You could have dressed Anna as a maid if all she had to do was get into Oleg's hotel room. After Oleg's murder, why was it necessary for Anna to change her clothes and have her double walk out of the front of the hotel? Why didn't Anna do this herself after she took the hotel security tapes? With all the cameras in the park, it would have been impossible for Anna to slip away and be replaced by another girl's body. Several of the cameras are pointed right at Anna's body. They would not have missed anything. As this is a period movie, the technology on show must reflect what is used at the time. Even with my untrained eye, I spotted several pieces of tech used in the movie that hadn't been invented or were not in common use at the time the movie is set. Certain laptops, flash drives, camera equipment and ATMs are amongst these. Also, Czechoslovakia didn't split up until January 1st, 1993, which is 2 years after the scene it is referred to. I had suspected all along that Maud was a Russian agent sent to keep an eye on Anna, so it came as something as a surprise, bearing in mind how many twists there are in this movie, that Maud had nothing to do with any government agency. Secondary to this, when it appeared that Anna was not going to end up with one of the men, I thought that it would have been a good idea for Anna to end up with Maud. It would have been a great final twist to demonstrate that the greatest love that Anna had was the one she appeared to put the least effort into. Maud even sets this up by saying that she has bought some land and wants to build her own house. There's a perfect final scene to show us right there, Anna and Maud building a house together. It's how I would have ended the movie. Review. Anna is basically Red Sparrow rewritten as a hard-edged action movie with multiple plot twists. It could be a reimagining or upgrading of LUC Besson's original La FEMME Nikita concept. The timeline is jumbled, but the drama is good, the action is amazing, and the acting is superb. SASHA does very well in her first leading role, and HELEN MIRREN is wonderful as the cold and scheming Olga. The cinematography is great for the most part, but as I said earlier, I would have liked more wide angles in the fight scenes. The music by ÉRIC SERRA is adequate, but not all that inspiring. The exception to this is Anna's theme, which has a wonderfully simple piano arrangement. My rating, 91%. Hi, this is Mike Kendall, and thanks for watching my video. I'd like to know what you thought of this movie. Was it a hit? Was it a flop? Let me know your thoughts and rating in the comments section. You can also tell me what other movies you'd like to see reviews for. Please like and subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell for all my new videos. Sharing these videos on Facebook and Twitter would help me out a lot. I'd sure appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. We're adding more all the time. I'm off to see a movie. You have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.